Testing, 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 testing. All right, we good. We in here. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. in the morning, currently. But we're finna go ahead and do this market recap slash analysis, for the previous day of June 30th, closing of the month. And today, our analysis for, uh, July 1st, the first day of the month. Of course, let's go over the news first. We got 8:30 Powell. Y'all know this is major. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. Powell speaking at 8:30. He is a major market mover every single time. We got PMI at 8:45. Um, that's also huge. PMI at 8:45, huge. And then at 9 o'clock, we got more PMI coming out and jobs. Um, so we really pretty much stacked from 8:30 all the way to at least 9. I say 9:30 at the latest, because some stuff might have delayed reactions. Um, yeah, we're extremely packed for today, um, which is July 1st. So be careful. This can bring some volatility. We're finna jump into the charts, and y'all see also on the charts that we are currently on spot. We're currently at all time highs. Like we made new highs. Um, and it can be real volatile. The market doesn't know exactly where it wants to go, where it wants to stop. Um, so we got to be careful when it comes to that. But that's the news we got for today. Um, let's look out for it. Like we said, 8:30 is when it all kicks off. I'll say, unless you want to take a little small gamble, if you just want to take small risks, like say if you on options, you normally be on like you spend 160 on a trade, and you want to trade some of this news, you see a setup. I say literally trade small. Like if you usually spending 160, don't spend more than half of that. I really say 1/4 of that. So really don't spend no more than like $45 or so, really. But um, be careful if you're trying to play with inside this news range from the 8:30 to 9. Really, I say 8:30 to 9:30. It might be best to just settle, let it figure out what it wants to do, reacting to the news, and then play after that, like play the reaction to the news. Um, but if you just see a setup, like I said, and you really like it, just don't go with your normal position out by with the volatility. Like y'all can see, 3-star news, high volatility expected. So we got all these 3-star news, high volatility expected. All right, let's get into these charts now. Um, Hopefully we don't have too much too much lag on these charts. Cause y'all know how the market loves to do. My trading view loves to do when I start streaming. Alright, so we're gonna do pretty much a recap of the trades that we was looking for, which we had went over on Sunday night. Um, we're gonna go over them trades, and then we're gonna look and see what we're looking for the rest of the day to do. Rest of the week to do. So, what we were looking for, coming into Sunday or coming into Monday, Sunday night when we looked at the chart, we said what? We didn't have this candle right here. We didn't have this candle. We said we were looking for the market to continue and break this high of what's that number? 616.39. We was looking for that high to get taken out. Only simply because we had a green candle that let us know we're bullish. We're in an uptrend that let us know that we're bullish. And this previous daily green candle closed above that previous day. That tells me what? A continuation. Um, So that's what we was looking for. We was looking for that high to get taken out or the daily. Um, Now once that high got taken out, what we said, hey, we need to see if we can close above the high to keep the continuation pattern going. Um, so we was looking for the break of the high, but we really wanted to see if we're gonna close above the high to keep going, or if we was gonna take the high and close back below, which can trigger a potential higher low coming. If y'all looking at this uptrend, we had high, low, higher, high, and if it didn't close above, potentially could be looking for what, a new higher low, and then potentially come back higher. But we closed above, so it's showing continuation. It's showing continuation. Um, but as we know, we're at all-time highs. We don't know if this is a major key level that, hey, maybe this is where the rejection needed to come to make the reversal for a higher low or a lower low if it completely just dumped all the way down. But we had our range. We said, hey, we don't want the market to come below this 610, 68. Oh, not 610, my bad. I'm saying the wrong number. 605. 605, because there's so many names. Here it is, right here. 605.54. We didn't want it to go below 605.54, and we were targeting for it to break past at 616.39. So that was our range. This was our range. As y'all can see, this is what we drew on the daily. And then we went to the lower time frame to fine tune it a little bit more. But I do want to go back. We're going to go back to the monthly because we did also in the month of June. And what did we say we needed to see for the end of the month of June? We said we wanted to see, hey, can June close above the previous month high, which is right here at 609.59. This was our major level we was looking to see. Can June close above that level? Uh, so we really was trying to look and see if we can close above this high for June to let us know, hey, we're straight bullish. Because if y'all look, we made what? A high, then we made a lower low, because we did beat these lows. But if you're looking at the overall trend, this was the low that it respected right here. Um, well, actually, it was the next low, my bad. Sorry about that. It was this low, but it was this fair value gap that it respected on the monthly. Between that, what's that? 496 and 484. That was the fair value gap that it respected. It bounced off this fair value gap, and what we see now, change of market structure. Well, since we see change of market structure and it's an uptrend. It bounced off of upwards fair value gap. We closed above previous the previous high. We would think we should see continuation to go higher. Um, we honestly probably can see this spot coming up to like that 630 to 645 range here pretty soon. Like for this month of June, we can actually see I can see it potentially coming up to 630 to 645 range. Um just because we got this continuation, we bounced off the fair value gap. All of this is telling me bullish, bullish, bullish. Because this is our new low. What we gotta do now? We gotta make a what? A new higher low, but not until we start what? Seeing signs of reversal. We need to see a red candle. We need to see a green candle with a wick. Some type of sign of reversal. We need to see a high get taken and fail to get closed above. Something like that. So all currently this monthly is extremely bullish, bullish, bullish. And some if y'all like doing the support and resistance, y'all look, we just broke above what? Resistance. This was a major resistance because what? We failed to close above, what happened? It shot us all the way down, creating a new lower low. But look, we came back into it. We retest this resistance, and what we got for the first time, a close above. Now we got to see if we can hold above this resistance. Close above it. Now, as long as the pullback can stay above this level of the resistance, we should be able to boom, bounce, and go long. So we're looking for this resistance to hold key, which will be this resistance is that. So we're looking at that 609.59. Was that the higher? Yeah, 609.59. We want to see the market uh hold above this. This so for this whole month of June, this 609.59 level is our major level to hold above to keep us bullish. Um, we see it go below 605, 609.59 and it start playing below, like we start getting daily closers below it. Hey, be on the lookout. We might be potentially coming back down, um, breaking that resistance and turning it, breaking that resistance instead of turning it to support. We coming back below and using this resistance again and drop even further. But we want to see this resistance turn to support. We closed above it. Now we just need to see it turn to support. Middle go higher. Um, but that was a nice monthly close. This is a nice monthly close for the Bulls. So we're bullish. We're bullish. We're bullish. We're bullish on spot. Weekly, 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 weekly. Um, come on, low, low, low. And I'm trying to speed it up a little bit because I really supposed to be gone doing something right now. It's 6 in the morning, yes. I'm supposed to be gone doing something, but it's okay, it's okay. We got to get on these charts. We got to have our game plan for today. So, all right, weekly. We already stated this. We said this on Sunday. We said, hey, we're looking to see once we're finally above this high, right here, this 616.39 for the weekly. We must see what we must see it close above to continue higher. If we don't close above, we can't hold above by the end of this week, and we come back below, we might be seeing them pull back. We might be seeing that pullback. Either potential to these two fair value gaps on these lower time frames, um, or we might see that retest of that old resistance that we're trying to turn into support at that 609.59 level. So if we don't close above here, expect that pullback either to these zones, these fair value gaps, or to that support level or potential support level at 609.59. But we close past it. Hey, expect us to keep going higher because that's a continuation pattern. Um, but right now we currently broke past it, so we're trying to see by the end of this week if we close above, we should be going long. We should be going long the whole time if we close above. Daily. Go back to the daily. We already went over the daily, but let's go back to the daily. Same thing as the weekly. We closed above, so we should see continuation. We should see the highs get attempted. Unless, like we said, unless it's some invisible levels here. If we see some invisible levels here, the market will switch to a downtrend and start doing that higher low or any type of low. It could be a lower low, like we said. It could flush all the way down here. But we should be, based on our charts, we should be expecting these highs to get tested. Right here, we expect these highs to get tested. That's our target. Um, and put TGT target. All right, we expecting these highs to get tested at that 619.22. All right, for the 4 hour, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 4 hours. So we're bullish on every time frame. Every single time frame we're bullish currently. For the 4 hour, Uh, to go back over the trade, well, actually, it was a 1 hour that we was looking at these trades right here. So we'll go over them when I go to 1 hour. Um, but for the 4 hour, we're still bullish. We got high, we just our high right here, low, higher high. Also made another low, but it's not confirmed yet until we make another high. Really on the 4 hour, what we're looking for on the 4 hour, I'll say, if you're trading just off the 4 hour. We're really looking for a green candle to come into play. Once a green candle come into play up here, we're looking to go to these highs at the 619.22. If we fail to see a green candle and we end up pushing back below here, hey, we're just being patient, waiting to see if we bounce off any of these gaps. This gap right here between this, let's see the exact numbers. between 613.34 and 612.81, or this fair value gap, because that's just a regular gap there, or this fair value gap on the 4 hour at 611.26 and 610.86, or this last final fair value gap before we get to this potential support level at 610.46, 609.49. So we're looking to see if we fail, if we end up making a lower low. Because like we said, we have, give me 1 second, give me 1 second. I told you I'm supposed to be gone doing something, so give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Now, like I was saying, we want to see the market stay above here on the 4 hour. So the 615, let me actually, let's put a pink line for this. Pink line, pink line. Just because the red is the complete, hey, do not go below. This, we don't want it to go below here, but we still can stay bullish for the overall daily and weekly time frame as long as we stay above the 605, 605.54. I wonder why I got two numbers. I know shouldn't I only have one line here? I'm not sure why I got two numbers, but yeah, we really don't want to see it go below here for the 4 hour. So, but then, like we said, that'll make what? We made a high. Well, actually, we had this high, then we made a low, then we made another high, then we made another low, then we made a high. This will make a lower low if we break below here. So we don't really want to see it break below here on the 4 hour. Put an alert when it cross. Create alert. All right. Actually, we want to put don't beat. We're gonna put don't beat. Low. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So this is giving us our range. We got our range again. Same kind of like how we had for the daily. That one time we had that for the daily. We had it was this level right here, the 616, 39, and our max low was at 609.59. Let me make sure I can't delete this. Oh no, I need to keep it for the weekend. Now I was gonna delete this line, but I want to see if we can close it up for the weekend. Yeah, we're gonna keep that line for now, just because we want to see what it can do for the weekend. I'm just gonna relabel it to weekly high. All right, and I might change it to yellow now because we closed above it on daily, so it did what I needed daily. It's weekly that we're looking for. All right. Now, like we said, we really want to stay in this range. We want to stay in this range. We want to see a green 4 hour counter happen before we even attempt to try to take this low, because we're looking for these highs. All right. That's on the 4 hour. That's on the 4 hour. Now let's go to that's to keep us bullish for the 4 hour. Because like we said, once we break this low, then hey, we gotta wait until we either see market structure shift happen at these zones or gaps. Now the 1 hour. Now we can do our market recap of the trade that we was looking for coming into this week. Like I told y'all, we were staying with the bullish, staying with the bulls this week when we came into the market. Even though we did see some potential downside, potential bearish sentiment coming in, because we had a higher high, then we made a lower low. We made a lower low, we made a high, And like I told y'all, we end up coming down. We supposed to what? Make a lower low if we want to be that bearish. But we made a low. But this one green candle, that's why I told y'all this one green candle might save the bulls. I told y'all, I said, hey, this green candle could be that candle that end up breaking this high. We just need to see if it can close and hold above this high for us to potentially what? See it come take the ultimate high of that 616.39. Um I told y'all, hey, since we got this green candle, I like to go ahead and get in a long currently right here. Of course the market was closed, but like I said, I like longs right here based off this candle because we're coming off a gap, we're bouncing off a gap. Um we're bouncing off a gap, and this one candle can potentially become what? We either could be making continue that uptrend, uh, and making this higher high here, higher high there, or it can flip red and make a lower low, and that's what that'll make what this is one high, this is second high, but that once it make a lower low, that makes what this a lower high, and we know what we're in a downtrend. We should be targeting this low. Um, so I like the longs right here just because you can get a long stop loss at the bottom of this green counter, and you just got straight run to the other side. So we said, hey, this is what we draw. We drew that up, looking for longs right here. We really put the stop loss at the bottom gap, but we could have put it at the bottom of the green counter. We just put the bottom gap just in case we get some type of wicks or anything. And look what happened. It ended up playing out. It ended up playing out. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get in on options. We did get in a little bit on futures. We did get in some loans when the market first opened up on futures. So on MES actually, because I didn't trade ES. Um, we got in a little bit. And then we also stated, we said, hey, once we break these highs, we need to see if we can close above it because this was the daily. Remember, this is the daily high and it's the weekly high. So we need to see it by the end of the week if we can close above. But we was like, hey, if we break this high on the daily, we gotta close above to keep going higher. Um, so when we pulled back, I waited. Seen that green. Um, I seen this green come in. I did get in. I got in off of this green candle, I believe. Got in, caught a small trade, ended up getting stopped out. In profit though, got stopped out in profit. That's a good thing because we moved the stop losses up as we go on lower time frame. But we got stopped out. It dropped again. Once it dropped one more time, and I seen it fail to close inside this fair value gap. I waited on one green candle, and that what happened. One green, and I stayed on the hourly this whole time, to get to see my trades come through. Once I got in them, I was on the lower time frame, moving my stop loss. But we waited on that hourly. We seen it fail to close back inside this fair value gap right here, and I took a long after this green candle. So I got in after the green candle. I didn't. I was trying to hold all the way. I was trying to hold my long all the way up back to these highs right here. At this 617, basic 618. But it pushed up. Let me see if I can show y'all. It pushed up, and I had got out. I think I got out like somewhere right here. Yeah, somewhere in here. I got stopped out. Cause I moved my stop loss up. I was like I said, I was trailing because we was at all time highs. I'm trailing and stop the whole time. I'm not. If I would have kept my stop loss at my original spot, so when I got in at the break of these highs, once I got in longs around here off that like that 1 hour, I was supposed to keep my stop loss down here at the bottom of these red. But I didn't. Like I said, I was trying to trail because I was trying to play it safe. I was trying to play it safe. I was aiming to just take these highs out at that, like I said, 618 or so. But I ended up getting stopped out before then. But yeah, so pretty much. No, I can't honestly. My bad, y'all. I can't even remember if I got stopped out before or after. I think it was either before or after. I had to check and see again. Let me see. Cause I know I got in off that 1 hour. Let's check and see real quick. We gotta know exactly where you got in and out. So I got in right here around the 618, 619. I think I got stopped out after it broke the high, I believe. So I think I did get the high broken, but I moved my stop loss up. It's kind of hard because I did delete my my drawing. Yeah, cause I missed all of this. This is all that I missed right here. I missed all of this up here. So I got stopped out right around here. Right around, I think, yeah, I moved my stop loss at the bottom of this red candle. So we broke the high. That's what it was. I was trying to ride all the way up. We broke the high, and I set my stop loss at the bottom of this red candle right here. Um, literally right on it. I should have put a tickle below it. I mean below it, but I set it right on it. I was like, hey, it shouldn't come back. It shouldn't, like, we shouldn't see equal lows or a lower low. So I set it right on it as soon as green candle came. And literally that very next candle stopped me out, and then it shot straight up. That's what it was. Cause I remember I missed out on all of, like, I was like, dang, we went past 618. I missed out on all of this right here. I wasn't too upset though, cause like I said, I caught a nice long. It wasn't like crazy, but it was a nice long. I caught it on by MES, and I caught a little bit on options, but it was mostly I was trading futures for that part at the end. Um, but yeah, so now what we're looking for, like we said, what we're looking for, we're looking to continue to some longs. Um, we showed the 4 hour what we were looking for. On the 1 hour, we need what? What we need? We got high, low, high, low, high. So we same level. This is the same exact same level we're looking. We don't really want to see this 615.05 get taken. On the 1 hour, we don't have any. That's the only thing. So we don't have no fair value gaps before it on the 1 hour. So maybe on a lower time frame, we got a gap. We got a gap right here on the 15 that we're currently playing around with. Let's see on the 5 minute. 5 minute, it look like we got a gap also. Yeah, 5 minute, we got the gap right there. But I really don't like playing the 5 to 15 minute ones. I think I'll just wait on market structure ship to come in on the 1 hour. So we got this high, we got our low. I kind of need to see um on this 1 hour market structure shift. So we got this high, high, low. If we make a lower low, that's fine. But we need to see a high get set in here, and then we'll look to go long off of the market structure shift on the 1 hour. Like we said on the 4 hour, we just wait on that green counter. We really don't need to see a high get made yet. When we see the green counter, we just going long on 4 hour. Um, unless, like we said, unless we break this low, then we gotta wait until these gaps. So that's our game plan. Honestly, it's still pretty much these same setups if we fail to hold above here, to hold above this 615.05. If we hold above 615.05, we're looking for longs on either market structure shift on the 1 hour or the first green 4 hour candle. So that's our plan for SPY. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I might get back on again today, y'all, and look at some regular stocks. I know I seen somebody in the comments talking about gold. They was trying to see what my stance was for gold, I believe. Gold, like I said, on the monthly, it shows potential for us to go down, for us to shoot down, for us to drop for gold. We got potential just because it's first red. Now we end up like, of course, we still be bullish. This could be a higher low getting set, but we gotta take out these highs. We gotta take out 3,500 right here. We gotta take that high out for it to completely make this a higher low. But just based on this red, hey, we know what market is looking for some type of low. Either this can be the low or it's looking for a lower low. Weekly though, for the weekly, if we end up closing green, hey, this could be what we could be seeing this be our potential to push up to make this higher high. Or it can be what a new higher low gets set. Um, 'Cause I definitely can see us flipping green here, and then the very next week turn red and take these flows out. Um, so I just say be careful up here, man. Be careful up here with gold. Cause like I said, that monthly candle is telling me, hey, the market is looking for some type of low. It either already got its low for that in the month of June, or hey, it still need to find the rest of the low. The only way I'll say I'll be completely back bullish on gold is once we break above this 34.10 right here. Once we break above here, I think that's like on a 4 hour. That's like a 4 hour gap. Yeah, yeah, right here. Once we break above this high, I mean at 34.10, then I'll be back looking for being back bullish. But currently, as you can see, it's in a downtrend. But currently, like I said, I don't like the bulls right now. Yes, we did break out here, but I just don't like the bulls here right now. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, cause I just can see potential downside. And if I'm gonna play longs on something, I want to see, hey, it's clearly telling me go higher. Um, so just be safe. Like I said, if we break 34.10, then I'll be back. Okay, hey, I could potentially be going up to 34.53, and then all the way up to them all-time highs again. But currently, this can be right here can be this major resistance that it might be coming to attack, and then we see it just flush. Um, so be careful with that. But yeah, like I said, I might go get back live today to get on some other charts. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here because, like I said, I put the thing on. Um, and yeah, y'all have a good one.